Granted, it would be wonderful. It was, and put air quotations. It'd be cool, nice to do that. But I know where I'm going to be if I do that. So it's not going to be nice. It'd be terrible. It would be a damn shame. So, but I'm not putting myself in that situation to be around that to do any of it. So,
well, mystery loves company.
Yes,
they since they done fell off, they want you to fall off, and so when the blame come around, so when Corey say, "Hey, what happened?" Tyrone got me.
Yeah, because it's not my fault. If me and you go out and do something wrong, I say, well, Tyrone got me to do it. Because it's not my fault.
Right.
It came around because Tyrone had it, So, yeah, it's... Sorry, Marlboro Man's back. Man. They call me the Marlboro Man on the show because I smoke Marlboros. And I cough all the time. I got that raspy radio voice,
But you have to be careful with them relationships.
Be what?
You have to be careful relationships.
Oh, I think it's okay.
Relationships will break you down. They will make you, man. It'll take you real down.
And that's why they tell you not to get in these relationships. Right. That's why I don't.
It's just a suggestion.
Right.
You can't fix. I can't fix you. So it's just a suggestion.
And what Ron White said, you can't fix stupid.
Mm-mm. Well, and they suggest it for how long to stay out of relationships?
For a year until you get yourself together.
Yeah, guess who got that year?
Corey.
What?
You ready? Oh boy.
So hold on.
So,
did something? Did you go? Were you? Did something? What? Is there a?
Oh,
what?
Well,
can
so let's
sexual relationship.
Let's talk about that a minute. No, but you guys are absolutely right though, and when you do try to fix other people, it doesn't work. And I had a guy say the other day to me, he was like, "Well, I just gotta get better for myself, so that way I can go out and fix my ex-girlfriend and this." I'm like, whoa! I was like, if you want to take that train off the tracks, then feel free, but. Like, you can never fix anyone. You can help them maybe and give them advice, or if they ask for it, don't just go telling people you need to do this, you need to do that. Right. If you're saying something to somebody and say you need to or you should, and I say that a lot, and then I have to retract. I'm like, well, I mean,
reel it back.
If you want to, but watch that. Watch how many times if you are mindful. Watch how many times you tell someone, well, you should do this, or I think that if you did this, let it be their idea.
Right.
Maybe throw it out there. Have you thought about maybe saying it like this? Or have you thought about doing like this? And it goes a long way, and it comes off better and well received.
Right. I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
Have you thought about making me breakfast, Tyrone?
Oh, yeah. We got you before Christmas.
Okay. See?
Wait, aren't you going to be gone on Christmas, though?
Yeah, I'm going to be gone on Christmas.
Oh,
Thanks, Tyrone.
That's too bad. Sorry, we had wings today.
Oh,
you missed wings? Oh, you must have been asleep.
No, I was watching the movie. I know, but I didn't get a message on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Tyrone, that's another meal.
Phone's been dead.
See, here's the deal. Tyrone, would go. I'll drive to a meeting. I'll take Tyrone.
Oh, here we go.
We'll sit through meetings. I kind of wake him up when he goes to sleep in the meeting, and we get back home. He starts cooking. I'm like, oh yeah, and the next thing I know, there's 2 plates for Tyrone and Chris. Chris ghosts. Nothing for Corey. You gonna make it? You hanging out with the Marlboro Man too much.
This man don't even smoke.
This is why you should vape and not smoke cigarettes.
No.
So that's why. I mean, I'm not a little bitter or nothing, but I just want. And then I saw some wing. I think you were frying them up too. Not to mention, hey Corey, you want one wing? I'll sell you one for 50 cents. Nothing. Nothing.
Not a 50-cent wing.
Wow. Man.
Oh, man.
But good stuff gonna come to you, Corey.
Yeah.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they
I
say.
remember that. Hey, Corey, help me. I need to print this. I'm like, walk your ass to the library is what I'm going to say, Tyrone. Because we ain't in no
sexual relationship.
So, I don't know.
He keeps pressing the button.
No, but I just love giving you a hard time. If you had offered me, I would have said no. but
Nobody
no.
can say no to those wings.
Yeah. No, but the relationship thing, though, is for show. And speaking of that, I told my story the other day, and it was in front of a live audience. So it wasn't how I had planned it. Like, I thought, okay, I would get in a dark room and just close the door and be trapped in there and do it. That wasn't the case. Some stuff happened. People were knocking on the door, and then I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't remember where I left off, so I just deleted it and decided, well, I'll do it later in the day. But I was under time constraint. And when I looked down and I was like a quarter of the way through it, I'm like, I only got 20 minutes left or 15 minutes left. I'm like, I got to speed this baby up. So I left out a lot. And when I got done with the story, I thought, man, that sucked. And if you listen to it, I don't know if you liked it or not, but I have to redo the part where I'm going to redo the part where I went to the hospital and go from there. Because, man, there's 15 treatment centers, like there's a lot of things that I might have mentioned it in the story, but there's a lot of stuff that happened in those places that I need to get to. And one of my exes reached out, and she was just all upset. And she was like, well, you said this about me and this. And I was like, what? And she's reading into it way more than she should.
Absolutely.
Like, she thinks that everybody who listens knows who exactly she is, and that I was saying bad things about her, but that's not the case. And I went back and listened to that part of it, and I just said...
There was no malice.
I said, in my opinion, this is what I felt about this person. I didn't say this is what she is, and she was certified by the state as crazy. I didn't say anything
You're
like
not
that.
Helping yourself.
So, I don't know. And then I was like, well, she's going to have to deal with that. Obviously she felt some kind of way, and maybe she needs to examine how she feels. And then she's like, well, maybe I should tell this story and that story and this story. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Invite her on
Go
the
ahead.
show.
That's who
Do you think
that's
she'll
who I
come
used to
on
be.
the show?
No, she will not.
Okay. I guess you tell your stories.
Yeah. But she's like, that's what I should do. And I was like, yeah, maybe you can tell what it's like to live with an alcoholic, someone who's a raging alcoholic. Maybe that's how you could, tell your story and feel free. You can say anything you want, but
Was there the part? Because I remember you told me a little bit about a part. There was a girlfriend or a friend that wanted to. She knew you were sober, and she wanted to drink with you on a New Year's.
Yes, I didn't even tell that story. That was a different story.
Yeah, I heard that one. That was. May I just give a little bit?
Yeah.
This person wanted to drink with them on a New Year's. She went out and got herself a pint. And Corey goes and gets himself a half gallon.
Yeah.
And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah, you wanted to see it. No, let's go. His half gallon's gone. She doesn't finish her pint. Corey finishes a pint. And there he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, let's go hang out and have a few drinks. I was at a place last night, it's a, the guy was like, oh, if I hit this, party on me. And I was like, I don't know if you can handle that. But, it's just like these people think that, that this problem that we have is just a little bit. We have just a little problem. Bullshit. It's a huge problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the insanity, but they don't see the insanity. They don't know the insanity. They have to experience the insanity themselves.
Yeah,
whether it be secondhand or, through us or firsthand through themselves.
It's like a trigger or something that it goes off or something like a gate that goes down, the horses. We're trying to make up for lost time, like that we get that buzz or that feeling or that high, and it's whoom, we ain't stopping.
Yeah, that feeling, that sensation, that numb, that whatever it is that your giddy up is, whatever you shoot, not rubbing to your belly, that's your go. That's what you want to do, and there's nothing like it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. It's great being sober. It's great being able to think and not be trapped into that anymore. Not that whole life. It's just it's hard. That stuff is hard. Living is pretty easy, really.
Right. Living's the easy part. The life that we were in, that's insane.
Rough. It's just rough.
Right.
And Tyrone, my mom's gonna ask me, What's Tyrone? Does he drink? She doesn't sound like that at all.
I was going to ask they call it DOC, drug of choice. Tyrone, do you feel comfortable telling everybody what you...
Crack cocaine.
Ooh, it's a hell of a drug.
Mm-hmm. Do you blame the white man for that, or is it pushing it in the... Because you're from the D.
Right.
In Detroit.
Yep, don't blame nobody but myself.
Wasn't Reagan?
Wasn't Reagan.
I heard it was.
Nobody put no gun up to me.
That's
did
true.
it myself.
It's funny that you say that, because one time when I was using excuses and my mom was supposed to come to an AA meeting with me and she didn't show up, and I knew she was doing something else. And I was like, well, we had an agreement, that I wouldn't drink and she wouldn't whatever. And so I thought, F her, I'm going to go drink. She made me drink. She's the one who broke the agreement. So I'm going to drink. I'm going to show her.
It's her fault.
So I only hurt myself. But a therapist told me that, he's like, do you understand what you just said? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, you said your mom made you drink. I'm like, yeah, she did. Huh. We had the thing and she didn't do it. So it was my fault. It was my turn. She made me. And he was like, do you understand what you're saying? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, so she had a gun to your head. And no. He's like, okay, well then she didn't make you drink. He's like, now if she would have had a gun to your head saying you drink this or I'm going to blow your brains out, then your mom made you drink that. Right. But she didn't. And I was kind of looked at it different after that. And it's funny that I wouldn't have looked at that different then. But another one told me I was protecting the bottle. Like I had like a force field, like a shield around the bottle, and it was boom, this fault or that fault. And it was boom, 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 deflect, and no. It was alcohol's fault.
Yeah.
That's whose fault it was. When I took that first drink, it was alcohol.
It's always put the blame on. It's easier to put the blame on something else than yourself.
Yeah,
and who chose to take that drink? Me.
In our addiction, we can't accept. Sometimes you accept what you've become, but knowing that man, this little brown gray powder, this this needle, this spoon, this bottle, this pipe, it's controlling me. Whew, wow, in a nutshell, it is. Mm-hmm. But it's so much easier to just go, I got bad teeth, or I got stomach problems, or I got all this going on in my life, and it's easier just to do that. Well, it's easier to do that the first time, and the second time, the third time, it seems to be easy. The fourth and fifth time, well, guess what? By that time now you're just existing. Now you're just doing this. Now you're just staying in maintenance. Now you're staying off sick. And now you're getting on prescriptions that the doctor says, oh, this is going to help you get off that. And then all of a sudden you don't have enough money or prescriptions, or you run out of your insurance, and now you got to get off of that. And they're just even twice as more sick as you were off the other. And now you go right back to the first. Mm-hmm. Vicious cycle. Once the government gets there closing you.
Yeah, ain't that right, Tyrone?
That's right.
That is right. Government. Gunman. I heard someone say something about there is no government, there's no handouts. You hear people, oh yeah, I love Trump, tell people get off welfare, get off food stamps, get off that. Well, I know for me, I've paid so much in. No. The government's not just making money and giving me some. It's stuff that I've worked for and stuff that I've done. So if you need to, leave your job and they're like, oh, you're fired, maybe your alcoholism, maybe your usage of, other substances causes you to lose your job. Don't freak out, man, because it was very hard for me to get on it. I don't want to be on that.
Right.
I don't want to be on that. And Pine Russ was like, well, then you need to leave.
Right.
Or we can put you on this. Okay, put me on that then.
Yeah, it's that pride that says, I don't want help.
But I don't need any food stamps. I'm too good.
Right.
But, so it's that mentality of those people saying that, like it's a bad thing. And it don't let that pressure you. If you need help, you need help.
Right.
And that's what it's there for. And if you, especially, you've worked for it, your family's worked for it, My stepdad's paid in tons of money. I mean, I'm just putting it to good use.
Right, that money, that the jobs, the things, and it, you've put your money in to get something back. Mm-hmm. You've put your money in. If you've been a productive member of society at one time, or you've just been a drug addict, alcoholic that has worked a job, you're getting what you're getting back is your life. If you're too proud to stick out your hand, sign a sheet of paper, get a green card, whatever, then you're too proud to save your own life, then, man, that's tough. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get it. I've been very prideful, boastful, all that. But, guess what? Today I am where I am because of a bunch of decisions I made, but I also made a decision to do something better. And here I am talking with my hands again. I say it every episode, but here we go. But your life is important. If your life's important to you as me, Tyrone, and Corey, my life's important to me. My life's important to Tyrone. My life's important to Corey. Likewise, vice versa. All of us. We all care for each other. We care for each other. We all do things for each other. We all make chicken wings for each other.
Well, sometimes they don't make them for me, but that's fine. It's real funny now.
It is good.
Yeah, it's good time.
We just make
time. Yeah, there you go, Tyrone, laughing with you. Yep. I wouldn't have eaten them anyway, Tyrone.
No, you were so full from your dinner last night.
Whoa.